The Blazers train keeps chugging along. Coming off a winning day, let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and you see this smile on my face. I had to sweat out that overtime win by the Blazers, but they got the job done yet again. That's 4 straight wins on the Blazers. 4 in 2 days yesterday. We will gladly take it, hitting our only 1 unit play, but we'll go over the recap in just a little bit. We do have a new segment for some research help for the second day in a row, so be sure to stay tuned for that. More on that in just a little bit. The name that player answer from yesterday, though, was one of my favorite players to watch, Jason Williams, white chocolate, baby. That's right. Let's pull up who got it right. It looks like we had about 8 people get it right. And there's all the names. But yeah, thanks for participating. It's always fun to do this. But Jason Williams, if you don't know who he is, go Google some highlights. It's a lot of fun. I always used to practice that behind the back, off the elbow pass when I was a kid. But either way, that's what we got. Now, if you don't know already, I use Outlier quite a bit. If you guys want to give it a try, that link is below. You click on it, you get a 7-day free trial. Best betting research tool on the market today. Any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from Outlier. So let's do Name That Player for today. Here we go. This guy played 19 seasons. He won 4 NBA titles, played for 5 teams, 1-time NBA All-Star, a 2-time NBA All-Defensive Team. Leave a comment below with who you think that is. But in this video, we're going to recap yesterday. Nice winning day to get back on track. And then we're going to talk defenses versus the shooting guard position since it's Tuesday. And today we're also going to talk the most potential assists in the last 5 games. So just a new segment we have. We'll get into some rebound chances another day and things like that. But hopefully this helps you out. We'll take a look at it. Also about the net ratings yesterday, someone recommended the name of that segment be Nothing But Net. That was just absolutely golden. That was awesome. But either way, then we're going to finish it with the bets, the best bets, and the bets recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we're heading towards 40,000 subscribers. You guys are incredible. If you want to join the Discord, you got over 4,000 people in it. It's completely free. Lots of smart minds in there. The link is below in the description. But let's get this party started. And that means it's recap time. There it is, a nice bounce back day going 4-2, and we got to start out with the beauty. The Blazers on the money line for the 3rd straight time at plus money, but 4 overall because we bet they're against the spread as well. Plus 150, half unit play, just another easy winner. Not at all. They've actually been crushing teams, but that was not the case. I knew this one would be tough. Back to back, they take both games against the Suns. DeAndre Ayton was an absolute beast. I mean, he had a ton of offensive rebounds. I think he ended up with 10. He was just absolutely huge down the stretch. What another win by the Blazers, who have now won 8 of 9 games, I believe. Just awesome. If you've been joining this Blazers train, it's been a fun little ride. So we'll see what we got for them next time. But Miles Bridges of the Hornets, our only 1-unit win, over 7.5 rebounds. He got the job done. Ended with 10. I did mention sprinkle on the double-double. He had a triple-double. It was absolutely crazy. And then Walker Kessler over 21.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. You remember how I said the last few days were due for some good luck? This was it. This was a legendary cash by him with an alley-oop dunk with like 7 seconds left. Keontae George threw it to him. He dunks it, and we cash. We needed that. We deserve that. I'm going to say that. But we got some luck there. Cat under 3.5 assists, never a doubt. Ended with 2, fouled out, but still played almost 40 minutes. So got a nice winner there. Nice read against the Rockets. Hartenstein over 23.5 points plus rebounds. I'm going to say this in case you guys are curious about reads and all that, because that's what I think is really important. The next day, hey, were my reads there, all that. This read was phenomenal. But once the Milwaukee Bucks said Giannis isn't going to play, Dame's not going to play, and they're going to sit absolutely everyone, if I knew that the night before or when I made this bet, never would have made it, because this had massive blowout potential. I mean, massive. They moved all the way to almost a 20-point favorite. And again, he had 18 points plus rebounds in 18 minutes. I mean, this guy plays close to 30. So just a blowout. It just happens. Too many guys ruled out. NBA got me again. Zion Williamson, 20 plus points, and Domantas Sabonis, 17 plus points. The worst read of the night. Zion did absolutely nothing because his teammate Trey Murphy went off yet again. That guy is pretty special to watch. And then Sabonis got in some foul trouble, but still played big minutes. He scored 0 points in like the first quarter, I believe it was. Just didn't do anything, couldn't make shots. He ended up 5 for 15. 5 for 15. I think he scored one of the lowest point totals in the entire season. So it is what it is. We will take a 4-2 day under tracker. Got that 1 win with the under on Cat. 44-33 on the under player props. Overall record 186, 155, up 15.82 units as we got back some of that loss over the weekend. So That's what we got for the recap. And now let's talk the shooting guard position. All right, we start out with the defenses giving up the most points to the shooting guard position. We do a new position every week. And if you're new, all these stats are in the last 30 days. The player or team that is in green just means they are playing today. We got two matchups. The Lakers facing Norman Powell, 25.5 points per game. Lakers giving up 26.9. Again, the Lakers are a new team right now, so just take that into effect. And then the Nets giving up 26 points per game. Jalen Green, who has been absolutely awesome the last month or so, averaging 25.2 points per game. And then there's that Jabbo Hall of Famer from last year. We have not bet on it much this year, but Kobe White averaging 18.5 points per game. You got Donovan Mitchell, 24.8, who has been crushing the Celtics in his career. But there's all the rest of them. Take a screenshot. Now let's move over to the rebounds. And we got no matchups, but we got some guys playing. Hawks giving up the most, along with the Wizards, Celtics, 76ers. Dyson Daniels has been playing well. Just something to look at, whether it's rebounds and assists, points, rebounds, and assists. Without Jalen Johnson, he's averaging 6.2 rebounds, the most of all shooting guards in the last 30 days. And then you see all the rest of the guys that are playing today. Norman Powell is in, and then you see Shaden Sharp, Jalen Green, all that. So take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you, not only today, but throughout the rest of the week. And then let's look at the assists. Only one matchup. Sixers facing Spencer Dinwiddie of the Mavericks, who, we'll see if he starts in that shooting guard position for long. 4.5 assists per game, 76ers 6.2. And then you see Nembhard, who's been playing really well for the Pacers, 5.9. Donovan Mitchell, 4.8. And we got the Bulls and Hawks playing over there on the other side, with the Nuggets giving up the most assists to the shooting guard position. So hopefully that helps with any overs. Now let's look at the toughest shooting guard matchups we have. The teams giving up the fewest of all these. The number one in all categories are not playing this game, or today, but the Blazers giving up the second fewest assists, Raptors third fewest assists. Two teams that we might mention a little bit later, or at least talk about comparison-wise. But the Raptors, again, over there, second fewest points per game to shooting guards as well. Just playing really good defense right now, and then there's all the rest of the team. So, again, hopefully this helps you out. This can, if you're an under better, this is why we have this, as well as all the most points for all the over betters and all that. So that's what we got for shooting guard position. But it's time for a little new segment, so let's talk some potential assists. All right, this is the first time we are going to talk about this, but a few people have mentioned it. I want to get into it. Another day we might do rebound chances, but this is a big number we go off of if you're looking at assist props. So potential assists, all the assists that could potentially be an assist, just like how it sounds. And then over there on the other side of it, it shows his actual assists. So these are the top 20 players with the most potential assists per game in the last 5 games. Trae Young is always up there. He is averaging an insane 22 potential assists, and then you can kind of see what their percentage is. How many of their potential assists are getting to assists? Some people around 50%, some are around 55 to 60%. Trae Young without Jalen Johnson, it's dropped down a little bit, but still 10 of 22, which is unlucky, to be honest with you. And then Jokic, of course, is up there, but he's getting a higher percentage. He's averaging 16.8 potential assists per game, getting 12.2. So again, I'm not going to go over each one, but it just kind of tells you where we're at. So if you look over there on the right side, you got a guy like number 14, James Harden, averaging 13 potential assists, getting 9.4. He is converting quite a few of those. And then you got Austin Reeves below him, who's averaging about the same, 12.8, but he's only getting 6.4 of those potential assists turn into actual assists. And D'Angelo Russell, because his teammates suck, 12.8 potential assists like Reeves, but only getting 4.8 assists. So you assume they're going to get at least 50 to 55%. Kind of tells you who's been getting unlucky. Again, Russell's just on a bad team. But I hopefully these can kind of help you out. These are the top 20 for potential assists and kind of give you some more numbers. And again, we might do another day with rebound chances, but leave a comment below. Let me know maybe a name for this segment as well, but also if these kind of help you out or if there's any changes or what might help you as well. So that's what we got for all the potential assists. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us north of the border where the Raptors host the New York Knickerbockers. Knicks -6. Total in this one is 231. You're going to see the first two bets, and they're not player props. This first one, Raptors +6, -108 on FanDuel. Half unit play for me here. So let's talk about this real quick. This is a tough spot for the Knicks. Playing in Toronto isn't easy. Players talk about it all the time. But in general, it's not easy. But now the Knicks have to go to Toronto on the second night of a back-to-back here. Their first road game, by the way, for New York after a 5-game homestand. OG didn't play on Monday. Josh Hart was questionable, but did play. Will he play in this game? Are they going to sit him? Will another starter sit? You never know. But Josh Hart, Cat, Bridges, and Brunson all played 36-plus minutes on Monday. Raptors pretty healthy. Davion Mitchell is actually back in this game. If you don't know him, he's an elite defender, has really improved this defense. But the Knicks, this is insane, have only played 4 road games since the start of 2025. 4. We're going to talk a little bit more on that later as well. Raptors are playing a little Blazer-esque lately. That's right. That's the word. I just made it up. So, Raptors last 10 games. How about 8-2? Yes, you heard that right. 8 and freaking 2 over the last 10, including wins over the Clippers, the Celtics, the Hawks twice, and the Warriors. They have, I hope you're sitting down, the number one defensive rating in the NBA the last 10 games. Never thought I would say that in a million years. It's wild. They're finally putting all that individual talent they have and working together and playing a lot better. Like I said, Davion Mitchell has also helped Jamal Shed, these guys that can play some defense. Knicks last 10 games, top 3 offensive rating. These guys are good. I'm not going to sit here and just say the Raptors are way better or anything. 8 of the last 12 games, though, have been at home. So no doubt they can score on that end. But now they're playing a defense in elite form on the road on a back-to-back where they haven't played much of any road games in general. But the Knicks have struggled a bit defensively, though. The 18th best defensive rating in the last 10 games. I can't imagine they're going to be playing extremely good defense, like I said, on the second night of a back-to-back. But Knicks only 4 road games since January 1st. Again, I don't know what is going on with the scheduling, how you can play 4 games in 2025 and we're in the first week of February, but they lost by 10 to the Thunder, lost by 13 to the Bulls, beat the Nets by 4, and beat the Sixers by 6. I mean, guys, they're not exactly dominating on the road. I love this spot for Toronto. I think they got a chance to win outright. I love how they're playing. Give me the Raptors +6 as my first best bet. All right, this second one takes us out to Cleveland, where the Cavaliers host the Boston Celtics. Cavs -2. Total on this one is 236. The game of the day. My best bet, Cavaliers money line. Let's go -130 on DK and FanDuel as a half unit play. Cavs and Celtics have already played twice this season. Played really great games. Cavs beat the Celtics by 4 in Cleveland. Celtics beat the Cavs by 3 in Boston all the way back in November. So 2 close games. But let's talk some home and away numbers. Cavs are insane. 24-3 at home. Wild. Getting -130 on the money line is pretty nice for a team that's 24-3 at home. I know it's the Celtics, so Celtics are a solid 19-6 on the road. But Boston is actually the 6th worst road ATS team in the NBA so far. 10-14-1 ATS on the road. Last 8 games, the Cavs number 2 net rating in the NBA, 13.1. Celtics 10th best. You know it. They haven't played that well lately. I mean, up to the Celtics form, I'm not saying they're a bottom 10 team, but they just have not played that sharp. In 3 of the last 4 road games, they needed a big comeback win in Philly last game. They squeaked out a 2-point win in New Orleans before that, and then they beat the Mavericks. They got crushed by the Lakers in the other one, 117-196. Celtics are fine. You know, it's that mid-season, they're champions, whatever, that maybe they're getting bored, but they're just not in great form right now. And you need to be in great form if you want to go to Cleveland and win this one. I still think it should be a great game, but I like the team that's 24-3, playing a little bit better, 24-3 at home, playing a little bit better. Some of this is a gut feel, to be honest with you. And some is just Cleveland being at home and kind of playing a team that's going through the motions a little bit in Boston. We know the Celtics, they live or die by that 3-ball. They usually live because they got a lot of great 3-ball shooters, but let's just hope they struggle in this one. And then a side note, Donovan Mitchell has absolutely torched the Celtics, just to kind of let you guys know. He scored 35 points in both matchup against the Celtics, and he goes back even farther in his career. He has played well against them. I expect another big game from him here. Let's ride it. Give me the Cavs on the money line as my second best bet. All right, before we get to that next bet, we have to tell you about this promo with DraftKings. You guys may have heard about it. It is awesome. I always recommend getting as many sports books as possible. You bet $5, you get $200 instantly in bonus bets. All you have to do is click the link below to sign up. And then once you're done registering, you deposit $10 and then place a $5 bet. No matter win or lose, you are going to get $200 instantly in your account in bonus bets. It's a great deal with DraftKings, and it's a limited time only, so go check it out. Of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, this third one takes us out to Chicago, where the Bulls host the Miami Heat. Heat -3.5. Total in this one is 228.5. We got a player prop. Give me Vucevic. That's right. Nikola Vucevic over 14.5 rebounds plus assists. -115 on Bet365. This is a half unit play here. I am treading carefully here on trade deadline week. But Vuce has had a good season so far. If you don't know, he's averaging exactly 14 RAs per game this year. But let's look at some of these numbers. So as you can see by this outlier screenshot, in the last 10 games, he's over this in 7 of the last 10, averaging 15.7 RAs per game. So it's been really good lately, averaging 16.3 rebound chances and 6.8 potential assists. So you combine those two together, you're looking at 23 potentials for only needing 15. Vucevic is coming off a triple-double where he had 11 rebounds and 10 dimes. That's right. He's taken a bigger role recently passing the ball, and that's a big reason why I did the rebounds plus assists instead of just the rebounds. He has 11 plus potential assists in 3 of the last 4. I know it's mind-boggling, but 11 plus potential assists, 3 last 4 is pretty impressive for a big guy like him. But matchup, Heat are a good matchup for rebounds allowed versus centers. They've allowed the 8th most rebounds to centers in the last 3 days, and they're a bottom 5 and over the course of the season. Average when it comes to assists and centers, which I don't look too much into. But the Heat just gave up 15 rebounds to Charles Bassey last game. Gave up 25 total rebounds to Jared Allen and Evan Mobley 2 games ago. Gave up 16 total rebounds to Wendell Carter and Goga Batazzi. Carter also had 5 dimes in that one. DeAndre Ayton, 15 rebounds versus Miami just a couple weeks ago. So they have given up some big rebound games. Now, Vooch has the potential to go off in either rebounds or assists, and that's why I like to join two together. But when you watch the Bulls in the half court, he's willing to find open shooters. He's willing to find cutters. I'm not going to say he's like Jokic, but he's doing a little bit of that kind of action in the half court, and that's what you like to see. So this trend with the uptick in potential assists could make this a sneaky best or sneaky bet, and you might even see it go higher and higher if he's going to continue to pass like this. So, and if he goes back to what he was and he only gets, let's just say, 3 assists, I think he could still very easily grab 12 plus rebounds to help us cash. Because again, Miami struggles when it comes to rebounding the ball. I know Khalil Ware has been in there, but as you can see, it hasn't made much of a difference. They're still giving up quite a few rebounds. So give me Nick Vooch over 14.5 rebounds plus assists. That is going to be my third and final best bet on the video. Not a ton of props out the night before right now. We got a lot of back-to-backs and things like that. So those are the 3 best bets. Of course, any added plays will be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord. But before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The 3 bets so far: Raptors +6, -108 on FanDuel for a half unit. The Cavaliers on the money line in the game of the day for a half unit. And then Vucevic over 14.5 rebounds plus assists, -115 for another half unit. Like I said, I'm treading carefully on trade deadline week. So we're going to go 3 half unit plays. Maybe I have a 1 unit play adding in the morning. We'll see. But that's what I got for today. Again, thank you guys for watching. As always, please hit that like button if you haven't already and leave that comment below. But appreciate all the support day in and day out. Hope everyone has a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you soon.